Welcome back. Today we are tackling a fundamental skill that many beginners overlook: how to effectively read and understand coding problem statements. Before you write a single line of code, you need to know exactly what is being asked. Let's learn how to decode requirements and constraints. Every coding problem, whether on LeetCode, HackerRank, or in an interview, generally follows the same structure. There are four main parts: the problem description, input and output format, constraints, and examples. Recognizing these sections helps you navigate the text quickly. The first step is filtering the noise. Problem descriptions often include a flavor story about Alice, Bob, or buying apples. While cute, this can be distracting. Your job is to ignore the narrative and extract the core mathematical or logical task. Translate Alice buys apples into find the maximum sum in an array. Next, zoom in on the inputs and outputs. Don't guess. Explicitly check the data types. Are you receiving an integer or a string? Is the array sorted? For the output, do you return an index, the value itself, or a Boolean? Getting this wrong means your correct logic will still fail the test cases. Constraints are not just rules, they are hints. They tell you the required time complexity. If n is small, like 10, recursion is fine. If n is 100,000, you likely need a linear or log-linear solution. Use the constraints to choose your algorithm before you even start coding. Never skip the examples. They clarify ambiguities in the description. Walk through the input and output manually. If the example shows an output of 2, ensure you can derive that 2 using your logic on paper. If you can't explain the example, you don't understand the problem yet. The happy path is easy, but edge cases are where bugs hide. Actively look for ways to break your code. What if the input array is empty? What if the numbers are negative? What if the input is the maximum possible integer value? Diverse testing prevents unexpected failures. Problem setters use specific keywords that map directly to data structures. Contiguous often implies a sliding window. Distinct suggests a hash set. Sorted screams binary search. Learning to spot these keywords is like having a cheat sheet for the solution. Here is a reliable strategy. First, rephrase the problem in your own simple words. Second, draw the data flow on paper. And third, write pseudocode. This planning phase separates the logic from the syntax, making the actual coding much easier. To wrap up, remember the golden rule: read twice, code once. Spending 5 extra minutes understanding the problem can save you 30 minutes of debugging the wrong solution. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more coding tips.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.